Amazon has recently announced layoff of around 30,000 people, though they later told that they would be initially letting go around 15,000 people, and then they'll slowly let go of other 15,000 as well. It's a big number, honestly. So in today's video, we are going to discuss that if still these layoff news hit you hard and you feel like your career is not stable, what's going to happen tomorrow, you'll be on the list, why all companies are all of a sudden laying off so many people. If these kind of news gives you nerves and make you nervous, then this video is for you, because I'm going to share a mindset that will make you so robust that tomorrow if you hear another layoff news, you'll be like, okay, nothing big deal, very normal, happens every other day, and it has nothing to do with me. That robust mindset. And also I'll share action steps that you need to take to design a career which is not so deeply attached to employment and which literally makes you layoff proof, if that makes sense. So on that note, let's begin. So let's start with the most basic thing. A basic thing that I want you guys to understand is that layoffs are not personal. They are not representation of your potential or your capabilities. Layoffs are very much maths. It's math, and that's how companies are adjusting their Excel sheets. But you, my friend, are not a number in an Excel sheet that can be adjusted. You're a whole life, you're a whole person. So you have to stop giving that power to companies that they can just adjust you in the Excel sheet. They can adjust you in their maths. You have to stop giving away that power to the company. So does that mean that you will become somebody who cannot be laid off, or you'll become somebody who company will not want to lay off? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that you stop identifying yourself as that number in the Excel sheet of your employer. You build your whole identity, your whole career ecosystem outside of your employment, so that when that day happens, you're like, okay, good luck. And you rather feel excited that thank God this happened, because I myself would have never resigned from this job because I kind of fell into that comfort trap. Good, now that this happened, this gives me an excuse to find something else, something interesting, to pursue something that I always wanted to do. If you start seeing the layoffs, the difficult workplaces from this lens, your life will change dramatically. And then every layoff news will become just an information, just FYI, and you'll be like, okay, nothing to do with me. And now let me prepare you with a mindset that I'm a big fan of. And the fundamental of that is to check in with the reality. You and I, we all entered the workforce with the mindset of our previous generation, maybe of our parents, our grandparents, where getting a job meant like, now you're settled down. Now we are settled down, we do not have to worry. Now it's just moving ahead from there on, and that company will take care of our life, of us, our progress, our career growth. But that doesn't hold true in today's time. And we somehow forgot to change our mindset with changing times. We all know that things change with time. A lot has changed in our lifestyle as well. We do not live in a way our parents or grandparents used to live. You'll agree to that. We also do not dress as per their taste. We also do not eat food as per whatever they used to do. Everything has changed. But we somehow forgot that when the whole ecosystem changes, nothing is spared. The way we work will also change. But somehow we assumed that the stability that came with job will stay same as it was in our parents' age, as it was in our grandparents' age. We just assumed that. We never moved on from the fact that it's changing. Now you tell me honestly, when you join any company, be it the best company of the world, do you join that company with the feeling that I'm going to retire from this company, as in I'm going to work here till 60 years of my age? Do you join any company with that thinking? I'm assuming no. None of us do that. But our parents used to join those companies with that mindset. So it was two ways. Okay, so it was a two-way road. The company and the employee both were thinking in same frequency. But when we join any company, we feel like at the max maybe 4-5 years. Otherwise, as a HR, I can tell you that the trend is to change company within every 2.5, 3 years. That's the trend. And it's average and it's acceptable as well. Now, when you do not have a plan of lifelong with that company, why the hell do you expect the company to have a lifelong plan for you? You shouldn't, to begin with. And honestly, when you join any company, do you give them any kind of assurance, any kind of guarantee that you will not leave in mid of any project? You will not leave in mid of any crucial event or crucial service delivery. You do not give them any that kind of security, and you want to have that kind of freedom with you that you can leave whenever you want. Yes or no? Be very honest. I also want that. I do not want anybody to bound me when I can resign. I want to resign whenever I want to. I want to have that freedom, and I have that freedom. We all have that freedom. So, does that also mean that employer can also have that freedom? Yes. It's always two-way, guys. They have also changed, and they are very much executing their freedom now. I mean, they are not resisting this change, and they are very comfortable now laying off people without mentioning any specific reason. They just say cost cutting, or we are getting rid of this technology, so all the people working in this technology have to go, or maybe we overhired, so now we are letting go people who were kind of overhired in the past. So whatever reason they may give, they are just executing their freedom of who they want to keep and who they want to let go. So ideally, we all shouldn't take it at our ego. And I know a lot of people will not be able to accept this fact, though it's true. We all know it in our heart, but a lot of you will not be able to accept it. And some people might say, oh, she's talking like a typical HR and she's kind of on the side of the company. I'm not on the side of the company, guys. I am employee myself. I can get terminated any day, but I have prepped myself mentally. All I'm trying to say is try to accept the fact that your career, your life is not the responsibility of any company. If tomorrow you leave the company or company lays you off, it's not company's responsibility to look after you, to look after your life, to look after how your expenses will be taken care of. It's your responsibility. Your career is your own ownership. You are supposed to take care of that. And if you are not able to digest this fact, you will be living at the mercy of these companies whole your life. Forget about finding any financial freedom. You will make horrible career choices. You will make horrible investment decisions because you will feel like, oh, I'm working in highly paid job with a very good brand. I am stable. I'm highly skilled. Nobody can ever lay me off. So let me make these expensive decisions. And next day you wake up with a layoff news and your whole world will shatter in front of your eyes because you have built it on the wrong mindset. Because it all starts in our head. It starts with the mindset. If you have the mindset, if you really have the mindset that my career is my own responsibility, my financial freedom is my own responsibility, it's not companies or somebody else's responsibility, then you will be doing something about it. Every single day you'll think about it, you'll try to find ways about it, and when you try to find other ways to earn money, you will find ways to earn money. It starts here in your mind. But if you are living your life highly dependent on that one single paycheck, it's very unlikely that you'll find any other way. I've seen especially people who earn good income, their attitude is such that why I have to find a side hustle, why I have to go and grind doing something else when my company is paying me so good money, I'm earning really well. It is even more important for the people who are earning well to find something else on the side. Why? Because they are earning well, they have made their lifestyle accordingly. They are living very expensive life. They have made choices that are very expensive, and the day that paycheck stops, their life will crash. So it's even more important for people who are earning well that they have something on the side which can sustain their expenses when the layoff happens or something happens to their job. So it's all the mindset, guys. Now let me share 4 pillars of a career that lasts beyond layoffs, that hold you strong to survive these layoffs and to excel no matter what happens in the industry. Layoff is happening whatever shit is happening. And the number one pillar is skill depth and adaptability. The depth of your knowledge will make you visible, but the adaptability will keep you needed. People will need you if you're more adaptable. Let me explain a little more. Whenever somebody has really good depth in any subject or in any skill, first, these people are very rare. It's very easy to find generic good people on any skill, but it's very rare to find people who just know 100% of it, who knows why this is happening, whatever is happening. Like, very rare to find those people. So when that happens, it makes you visible instantly. If there are 100, you must have also noticed, if there are 100 people in a company working on same technology, but there will be only one or two who are so good, who just know the why for everything in that skill, whatever is happening, that why it is happening, why we are doing the things we are doing a certain way, why this technology works in this way. You'll find only one or two people in those 100 people. That is the truth. So that makes them visible instantly. Everybody will know their name. If they run into any problem, people will know whom to reach out to. Those one or two people they'll reach out to. They become visible. Adaptability is when people are good at adapting, good at changing. Now, you also must have witnessed this, that whenever a new technology come in, as in the company is adopting any new technology or companies going on any new project, say for example now AI has come, you'll see that only a handful of people, maybe one or two in a team, are assigned the responsibility of experimenting how AI could be adapted or involved in their day-to-day work, how it can help. Not everybody is okay with that kind of change. Not everybody want to do that experiment in their day-to-day work. Obviously, that does not mean that their everyday work has stopped, and that's the reason not many people come forward to be the leader of that change, to lead that change. Only one or two people. So that is the adaptability. So that keeps you needed. Whenever a layoff happens, those people will not be laid off. Mark my words. Whether they are like rock star or not in whatever they are doing, but if they are leading the change, they will not be laid off. Or worse, they'll be laid off only if there's nothing else to left to do, as in there's no other way the cost can be managed. Those people will never be laid off. Adaptability is one thing that keeps you needed. And honestly guys, not only companies, you can see in your personal life as well, the friends, the family, relatives who are more adaptive, you happen to call them in any weird situation, you know they'll help you out rather than the subject matter expert. If that subject matter expert is not open to help, is not open to lead any change, is not open to reach you when you need help, you'll not call that person. You'll call the person who you know can handle the situation, can lead this change, can survive in this chaos. You will call that person, and that keeps the image of that person in your mind as needed, that this person has to be there on my list, this person is important to me. And that's how it works in companies as well. Very simple. So skill depth plus adaptability is a deadly combination. If you can achieve that, amazing. That becomes the first and the most important pillar of any career, any good career, stable career. Now the next pillar is visibility without vanity. Now, being visible does not mean that you have to show off, or if somebody is showing off, that does not mean that that person is creating a visibility that will provide stability to him in his career. A person might be posting like 100 posts a day on LinkedIn, but if that doesn't have value in it, then it's of no use. Now, people often confuse this whenever I talk about personal branding, about creating personal brand on LinkedIn or any sort of platform. I am not saying that you have to just go there, show your face, or put a post just for the sake of it. I am saying to build a brand that provides value, where people want to reach out to you for something, where people see you as somebody who can provide value, or somebody with whom they can work to solve the problems that they have in their project or in their company. So whatever personal brand you are building, make sure there is high value associated with it. And yes, there are tons of people on LinkedIn who are just faking it, who do not have the experience, who do not have the skills, who are just copy pasting somebody's post, or maybe, I don't know, posting just for the sake of it. But you do not have to get lost into that junk. You have to do your own part. Let them whatever they want to do. You do not assume that if the platform is filled with a lot of fake people, then you do not want to build your credibility there. You do not want to show your own value there. One example I always give, there are people who fake their certifications, who make fake certificates and try to get into some job or some company. So does that mean that the companies who are providing certifications, say for example Microsoft, does that mean that Microsoft will stop giving its certificates just because some people are faking the certificates that they have the certificates? Will Microsoft not see its value in providing trainings or certificates? No, it will keep doing that. And that's the mindset you should also have, that you have value, you want to talk value, let other people do whatever they want to do. That's not your business. You have to build your brand authentically and with high value, because visibility is how opportunities will find you. If nobody knows about you or what value you can bring to them, how the hell they are going to reach out to you? Just think about it. And if you think, oh, I'll apply to jobs on job portals, maybe naukri.com or Indeed or other job portals, you will go there only when you need it. You are in that desperation that I have been laid off, now I need to find the job, and it might not work out in time. But mind you, if you are building your personal brand and you have a visibility with the perceived value of providing value, then opportunities will find you when you are not even looking for them. And that is the best part. That is the main ingredient for making a career that outlasts your employment, making a career that has security. Because you have an engine on, it's working for you tirelessly even when you're not looking for a job, because you are providing value there, you are building your personal brand. So that engine is always on and it's trying to find opportunities for you, and whenever there's a right opportunity, it will reach in your inbox. How amazing is that? So this is the power of visibility without vanity, and you must build this pillar. Number 3, networking that is built before you need it. It goes the same way as I explained in the initial point of visibility. You have to work on your networking all the time. It's not the time when you get laid off and you send a message to somebody you spoke 10 years back. That doesn't make sense, guys. Engaging with people's content, their ideas, whatever they are sharing every now and then is a healthy way of keeping in touch and building your network, so that when you finally need it, you do not come across as somebody desperate. And to be honest, people do not help. If they feel out of touch with you, they will not help, most of them. So make sure that networking is something that you are always doing passively. You're not going to people on daily basis and adding them to your network or sending them some friend request or whatever request. You have to do it very passively, as if you're not even networking. You are genuinely trying to engage with their ideas or whatever they have to say or any information that they are sharing. So if you do it that way passively, you'll not even realize that you're doing networking, because most of the time when I tell people to network, they feel like, oh, I'm not good at networking. That means you're doing it the wrong way. And the 4th pillar is your proof of work. The day proof of your work, proof of your excellence lives outside of your employer, outside of that company, starting that day, you will stop fearing the layoffs. You'll stop fearing the layoffs because you will know that your excellence is not only visible to your company. Whole industry knows that how excellent you are, and there are people waiting to work with you. That is the power of proof of work. And that is why I say that you must show the proof of your work on some sort of platform where people can see it, where people outside of your company can see it. If everything is happening within that employment, all the excellence that you have, you are putting in your company, all the hours that you work are putting just in your company, then that financial crisis is bound to happen when they lay you off. So it's very important that you understand it, that you have to build leverage outside of your company. You have to show your work of proof outside of your company. You have to start earning money outside of your company. Try taking everything outside of the company as well, so that if this crashes, you know you already have some foundation outside. And now let's discuss another very important part of making a stable career, and that is detaching your identity from your employer or employment. I know it's difficult, especially in India, where people take huge pride in announcing in which big MNC they are working. I mean, it becomes a part of their personality, or I would say their existence, that they're working in so and so company. I have met so many people in my relation friends, family, distance relative, where they jump on to sharing the name of the company they work with even before they are excited to share their own name. It's that bad. I mean, it's that bad. Now it's high time, guys, that you detach yourself from your employment. Your employment, the job that you're doing, is you are doing to pay your bills. You are doing that job so that you can live your life well. These two are very different things. You are a whole human being. You are working to earn some money so that you can live your life well as that human being. You are not your job. So please do not identify yourself as that software developer. Do not identify yourself as that manager, that VP, that director, that HR manager. Stop identifying yourself. I consciously have made this effort. I've trained myself over years to detach myself from that identity. When I was early on in my career, I used to take pride in the fact that, oh, I'm very career driven. There were so many setbacks in my career. If you have seen the video of my career journey, you will know that there were so many setbacks, but I was so headstrong to build that career, to climb that corporate ladder, to make it to the big title and all of that stuff. Later, when I realized everything, I made it a conscious choice to detach myself. Now I make sure that I do not bring in my work or any conversation related to my work, my title, my salary, anything, to not bring that thing into the conversations that I have with my friends, my family. I consciously do not talk anything about that. And half the time people feel that that's because I'm not happy with the job I'm working in, or maybe I'm ashamed of the company I'm working for, all of that stuff. But that doesn't matter to me anymore, because I know what I'm getting and what I'm doing, and it's 100 times better because I know the behind the scenes of everything. So do not fall for these facades, basically. And honestly, I've seen people who are miserable in their 9 to 5s. They would want to leave that job the very next day, the very next minute, if somebody give them that kind of money. Otherwise, they will leave right at that minute. But when there is social gathering, they will look down on people who are doing something of their own, just because that business or that thing, whatever they are doing, doesn't sound fancy, doesn't sound glamorous as a IT MNC 9 to 5 job. It's that bad. That identity is that bad. Stop identifying yourself as that title. Nobody cares. Nobody give a damn who are you outside of that company. And if you say that, oh, I'm not identifying myself with the company or the brand, if you really are not identifying, then these layoffs will not hurt you in any way, very honestly. Because layoff hits really hard to people who are emotionally attached to those companies, who have made those companies as their identities. And if you have not made, you'll walk out very easily. Layoff will not be difficult for you. It will not be difficult. And if it is difficult for you, then reevaluate. Then you are lying to yourself. You still are very much attached with what you do as your job. Your personality, your existence has become your job, or job has become a crucial part of your existence, which was supposed to just pay your bills, which was just supposed to fund the good life that you were supposed to live. Now it has become your identity. And the last point on the list is a fun exercise. Actually, the exercise, it might not sound fun to a lot of people, but if you do, you'll actually enjoy doing it. Believe me. Try to do it. Take a pen and paper and just assume that you have been laid off by the company, or you have received the news that you have been laid off. What is the next thing that you will do, or what are the next 5 things that you will do? Next 5 things as in what you'll start doing, what you'll start working on, working towards to earn some money. When you'll do this exercise, you'll find that there are so many things that you want to try. And believe me, this is the best time to try them when you already have a job, because you do not have pressure of making that money from the first day. So this is the best time to start trying out all those things that you have written in that list. And this experiment will help you in real time to mitigate all the risks that might come with a layoff. That if you have EMIs, how will you pay those EMIs? What is the plan? If you have other responsibility, if there are other dependents on you, how will you take care of those dependents? So if you think really seriously and you do this exercise genuinely, you will have a whole plan in front of your eyes. And if at all any day that layoff news do come, you'll not go in shock or disbelief or anger or whatever, because you know you already have a plan. You already have figured out everything for yourself. So it's that powerful and it's fun. Try doing it. And in the end, I just want to say that layoffs may change your job. Layoffs may change where you work. They may change your job, but they can never decide your destiny. So if you found this information helpful, if any part of this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. So that was it, guys, for today's video. You keep on watching more content on the Corporate Diaries, and I will see you in my next one. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye.